the answer may surprise you, because it surprised me at first, that you get more not through doing more, but through. You are not wrong for thinking that if you do more, you will get more. But at the same time, you are wrong because they lied to you. They told you that if you only do more, you will get more. And how does that work for you, and how does that work for other people? I've seen so many people consuming this self-improvement content, trying to figure out why they are stuck. And the answer may surprise you, because it surprised me at first, that you get more not through doing more, but through being more. Because what you do is just an extension of your being. So, what you do throughout the day, in between you waking up and you going to bed, just look at it. Look at what you do from the above. This is your state of being expressed in the physical realm, right? Most people, when they try to get something that they never gotten before, they just try to do more. They try to override their state of being with doing. And it never works. Or it does. For a moment, you're climbing up the stairs and then bam! Everything breaks. You self-sabotage. Because you have no other choice than to self-sabotage, because you are trying to override your state of being with doing. So what is the name of the game? It is to change your state of being so that your action flows effortlessly from it. Think of a bodybuilder. Honestly, they don't require much discipline to do the workout. Why? Because their state of being is a bodybuilder. Therefore, they face no internal friction as to working out. They may say in retrospection that, oh, it was some days are hard to get out of bed and do the workout and all that, but it's in retrospection. In the moment of acting, there is no internal friction for them to experience because they are first before doing. So how do you actually apply this in real life? Right now, like let's make it simple to you, okay? So your frequency, meaning your state of being, is determined by the emotional states you hold on to. And I'm not talking about emotions that are evoked externally. What I'm talking about is the emotions that you generate internally that are flat. They don't go up and down. They don't go up and crash like the emotion you get from the external, right? Like let's say you watch a football match and you get excited. Like this emotion will go up, you're excited, and then it will go down below the baseline. That's how it works. I'm talking about the feeling states. So this feeling you have throughout the whole day. You don't try to generate the charge because you know that if you generate a charge, it will go up and then crash. So what do you do instead? You assume that you already are the person that you want to be. Make sure you feel it internally, but in a calm way. You can feel it throughout the whole day. And it doesn't go up, nor does it go down. How do you do it? It's very simple. So, let me tell you something crazy. If I were to do my practice, let's say 15 minutes from now on, you can see me on this camera, like my physical body that I'm moving right now. You can see my physical body, yet my consciousness, after 15 minutes of such practice, my consciousness will be somewhere else. So, how do you enter such a heightened state of consciousness where the time and space, they disappear. So when you close your eyes and you start breathing through your nose, you want to make sure that your breath, like you start to listen to the sound of, to the lack of sound of your breath, actually. So when I'm listening to, let's say, a sound like bam, 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 it comes from the external. But when you close your eyes and you focus on this silence of the breath, at the same time, resting your attention inside of your brain, in the like the middle point of the brain, you rest your attention there, and you just breathe and listen to the silence. After 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, you will enter this state of consciousness where you are still aware. You are still aware of this experience, but you are no longer aware of anything physical. You forget that you are you, essentially. But you still are. And in that very state, any assumption that you make about who you are is like, because the time and space disappears in that state, then every thought that you have immediately becomes formed through feeling. Okay? It immediately, like a thought is immediately turned into a feeling in that state, because there is no physical contradiction of what you are trying to assume. So when you enter that state, all you've got to do is just assume with full certainty, I am this. By saying I am this, I meant that when you are in this heightened state of consciousness, let's say you want financial freedom, in that very state of heightened consciousness, where temporarily you have no form, you assume I am financial freedom, and you rest in that feeling. And then financial freedom will come from the external, because the external reality is just a mirror, so it has no other choice than to reflect back at you whatever you assumed in that state. And you rest in this sensation that you get. You assume it's true already. And when you do such a practice, let's say, once a day, doesn't have to be anything crazy, you will quickly notice that your actions follow the internal state of your being. They always do. So after some time of such a practice, you will start to observe yourself. You will start to gain some extra insights on your own nature, and you will realize that you cannot do, because the action at some point, when your being is fully expressed, so you are in this float state, then the action gets done, but there was no one that was doing it. And that is the flow state. That is how you can see that your state of being is being expressed. So you try to maximize such moments of flow where there is no thoughts, when there is no judgment, it's just you and the work, like you kind of become one. See what I'm saying? Thanks to this practice that I described to you, it's very, very simple. You'll quickly realize your actions come from the state of your being, and that there is no control that you have. Being in the moment, you can only program your mind beforehand so that it expresses the other day. So that you program your mind, then it becomes your baseline, and during your conscious hours, you will express the state of your being. As simple as that. So I'm sure this is going to change your life when you apply it. And I wish that was something I learned sooner, because for the longest I've been like working, let's say 12 hours a day, thinking that, oh, if I only do more, I will get more. It didn't work well. But as soon as I realized that I am not the one who's doing things, then everything changed. I let go of control, And then I got more control in return. And that's the craziest paradox to existence. So try this out for yourself and prove me wrong. I'm waiting for you to prove me wrong.